crypt. Theme song. Theme song.
Okay, before I say anything else, I'm just going to ask, why am I getting flipped off? What did I do?
You just make me angry.
Why are you with somebody that makes you
Also, I need to tell you, I have a person who listens to the podcast quite often.
Do I make them angry too?
Well, yeah. But she said there are times that she can barely hear you. So you need to, and on the drive when I was trying to make sure I didn't say something mean to someone who just started listening to our podcast, there are times where you're so far away from the mic, I can barely hear you. So work on that for 2023, will you? That was really nice. I did that very nicely.
That was the nice Joy?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm proud of you, Joy. High five.
I'll stay right here all the time.
Oh, my God.
Just make everybody happy. Welcome to the last show of the year.
No. Yeah.
Last show of the year.
Yeah. You're right. You are correct.
We gave you a fake show last week.
We did give you a fake show last week.
But we're back, bitches.
We're back. And the thunder rolls.
Why didn't you say bitches?
Back, bitches.
Why'd you call our fans bitches?
Oh, my God.
I'm just playing.
I'm going to cornbag slap you in the face.
You know, I probably shouldn't sit too wide open.
I see your dick and balls.
Well, you know what? I got the camera up here so they can't see shit.
I can see. I know exactly where everything is right now.
Well, don't stare at it, meat gazer.
You want to stare at my meat?
Jesus.
Jonathan Michael.
Just kidding.
I have a very tight, beautiful vagina. Thank you very much.
Are we going to discuss our trip?
I don't know.
Our Christmas?
I don't know. I'm afraid to discuss shit because people listen now and fuck. That really fucked me up.
What happened?
When our niece's nephew, one of our niece's boyfriend, sorry.
His family. He's our nephew.
Yes, and I love him. He was like, oh, I listen. And I knew he listened.
We're going to give him number 10.
Number 10.
I've been thinking about it. I think he's number 10.
All right. It was just, I was all, oh. So then I'm like, oh my God, can I tell the Walmart dildo story? And I was like, oh my God.
You can't now.
Also, I will admit, I am very disappointed in myself. I don't know why I got shy, and I'm really upset to the point where I want to drive to Walmart right now and go and buy a dildo.
Listen, let's backtrack this whole fucking thing here.
Okay.
Let's start from the beginning.
Okay, I need to say something, though.
Disclaimer?
Yeah, no, maybe.
Alleged?
I don't know. Alleged. Oh, by the way, my kitty's back. The kitty, I haven't seen this kitty in like 3 weeks.
In a little bit either. Meow.
You did too. You saw it in the hotel room. We got the kids another.
We're going to tell the story. On.
My kitty's back, and it made me really happy, and I almost stole this kitty. This kitty's going to end up coming home with me at one point. He's so sweet. It is so sweet. Anyway, I got off work on Wednesday.
And I got off work Wednesday.
And we drove to Fresno to my parents' house. At my parents' house, then we woke up on Thursday morning, John and I we went to Woodward Park.
Where you went for a walk and I threw Frisbees.
Yes. Here's the thing, though. I'm pretty sure I saw a dead person.
Did you start looking it up?
No.
You should have.
But it was really cold, and they were asleep, and their leg was propped up. And I was like, I bet that's a dead person. And I got a stick. I went looking for a stick.
Were you going to poke him?
Yeah.
Did you?
No. Because I started laughing because when I found the stick and I started walking to the alleged dead person, I pictured with the determination on my face, and I was all, oh.
They're like, look at this lady. She's getting ready to murder this guy.
I was like, man, if John would see me right now, he'd be like, what are you doing? And I felt like I'd be like a little kid and just drop the stick and be like, nothing.
What'd you do? So just turn around and walk off?
Yeah, I held the stick for a long time, though, because I really wanted to poke it.
You wanted to poke him?
Yeah, I wanted to see if it was dead.
You should look it up.
No, because in my head, it was dead. And I like my head. I also had a cop tell me...
Is it dead because he's dead?
I also had a cop tell me that if I ever want to go on a ride-along, he'll take me, and then I can talk about it on the podcast. And I was like, dude...
That'd be fun.
I've
been in the back of him.
Yeah, I go, you'd get rid of me in 15 minutes. He's go, I may put you in the back seat with tape over your mouth. And he's all, but you'd still have stories. I'm all, I kind of think I want to. And he works in Lancaster, so I was all,
ooh,
we find some fun stuff to do. Anyway, so I didn't poke the dead person with the stick, but I did find a stick. And then I must have looked like the weirdest person because you don't know any of this. So then I'm walking... And I see these people with this gaggle of dogs.
I saw them.
I followed them because I was all, this is so cool. And I took pictures of these people with their dogs. So
that is a lot of dogs.
It was a lot of dogs.
It was like 10 dogs. One of their dogs came toward me and they were all, come! And then it took off running.
So, did I take a picture of the dead person? No, I took a picture of something that says Mando. I think I was supposed to take it.
Mando, you're taking a picture of something disc golf related. Mando is mandatory.
Okay, well, I was trying to take a picture of the dead person.
No.
Anyway, so the dogs, there was a lot of dogs. And then this one German Shepherd went up to this tree, and I guess there was a squirrel in the tree, or maybe it thought there was a squirrel in the tree. And it started doing these vertical leaps, and I was all... holy fuck, that dog can jump. So I watched this dog. I was like...
You're all entertained.
I was also really tired from the drive and the everything. So I don't know. I still was holding the stick. So...
Right.
So then that was Thursday morning and we got Dutch Brothers.
Coffee.
And the girl who gave us the Dutch Brothers coffee...
Whew.
She was lonely.
She was definitely from the mountains.
She was lonely. She
had not shut the fuck up.
She was on 9 shots of coffee. Hi, where y'all from?
Why are you here? What you doing? I live right here with my sister, my brother, oh my God.
But
lady.
only 4 people are there.
Right? Shh. Calm.
It's too fucking early.
Calm down.
And then I fucked up. Well, I got a warm sweater weather at Dutch Brothers. Highly recommend. 10 out of 10 would drink again. But I still wanted the other one that John promised he would take me again to Dutch Brothers. But he didn't. And guess what? We're here. We're back in Santa Clarita.
Well, guess what?
John's a fucking liar.
So then we drove up the hill.
So then we got the kids, and then we drove for 2.5 hours past Sonora, past Jamestown, which is crazy because I spent a lot of my time in Sonora, Jamestown.
Stopped off in Twain Hote.
Twain Harte.
Well, I was thinking of Terre Haute, Indiana.
Okay.
It's a racetrack out there.
Okay.
Racetrack is there. Can you hear that?
Yeah. This is going to be a short one. I can already...
Anyway,
we got to Twain Harte, and our hotel, which, by the way, Sarah, you were fucking awesome at...
It was cool. It was a cool little place.
It was a cute little place. It was called Wildwood Inn, and it was right next to a little tiny golf course.
Yeah.
And as we're driving, John's all, oh, look, a golf course. I'm going to go throw some discs. And then Brody goes, Dad, there's a basket. And John's all, oh my God, there's disc golf. I don't know why he went
Why
country.
did I go hillbilly?
Yeah, I don't know.
It was more like, oh my God, I got all excited.
Okay. It may have been all, don't act like you're all like a sprinkler. Bring it back some. Let's be truthful in this.
Bloop, bloop, bloop.
When you hit the pillow, both of us get whoa! So
we want a high five because
yeah.
that was a moonshot.
I don't know. It's like if you drank extra water that day or something. So don't act like you're
building that pressure up.
Yeah.
I'm not 20
Let's
anymore.
Let's keep it
not 19
real.
or 20 anymore.
I have to use coconut oil for my vagina, so let's just keep shit real, okay? Oh my God, we gotta delete this one. Anyway, so we get to Twain Harte.
It just works better.
It's loopy, and it doesn't break my vag out.
It doesn't taste bad.
I have a very sensitive one.
Then it's like I'm getting a present. I'm getting fresh baked coconut cookies.
Anyway, so we got to Twain Hart, and John and Caleb went to throw some discs.
Which we did.
Brody, Odie, and I went and looked at all like the little tchotchke shops. And then we went and found John, and then Brody decided he wanted to play. So I was like, cool, I'll walk behind them and listen to my dirty book. But then my phone was all, so I fucking fucked everything up.
Why was your phone all?
I don't know. I don't know if it was just cold or if it had a hair stuck on. I don't know. It was just acting weird. So then we finally get to check into the hotel, and John and I decide, fuck it. We're getting the kids their own hotel room, which was actually kind of cool because my parents would have never done anything like that.
Right.
So, I mean, it was cool.
Right next door to ours.
Right. It was just cool that they had their own little room, and they were very good. Like,
no, they were. They enjoyed it because they had they had that feel of freedom.
Yeah, and they had all the passwords to our Netflix and everything. So then when we decide that we're going to get the kids their own room, then we decide, oh my God, we're going to have relations.
We're going to have alleged relations.
Alleged relations.
And we wanted to find a toy store, too, because we wanted to have fun.
So we went to Walmart.
But guess what sells toys now? Walmart.
And so, but we had the kids, and the kids were like straight up our assholes that whole trip.
Right, had the nice split. We had the run, and then Joy had the freedom, and then she blew it because she got scared.
I just couldn't do it, and now I'm so embarrassed. I'm so mad at myself.
So then I go do it, and it's like it's 20-year-old girl.
You could have said it was for a gag present.
Fuck that! I was like, goddamn straight.
Anyway,
I had to fucking show. Like, I was scared, and I'm fucking zoom.
I was standing there. And I was about to go get it, and then this mom with like these 3 little kids, like fucking.
Our
camped
16-year-old walked up while I was having her open the goddamn thing.
Yeah.
So you just tell me what's worse.
Yeah.
3 people randomly in an aisle, and just because you didn't want to. Man, you're a rebel behind a keyboard, but that's it. I'm really disappointed.
I am too, and I wish we could go back in time and I would do it.
I even asked you before I did it. I was like, really?
I know, and I'm very. I told you I'm disappointed, and then so Brody kept trying to go to you, and I was like, "Fucking Brody, stay." And then Caleb was like, "I'll go check," and I was like, "Caleb, stay here." And so fucking Caleb saw John.
And he runs off real fast and hides.
And then he's laughing.
I don't give a shit.
And then Brody's all, "What was Dad getting?" And Caleb's like, "Never mind." Like, and I was like, "Dude, fuck." So, and then I was mortified that. My fucking 16-year-old knows that we just bought.
He used to sing in the goddamn microphone when he'd find it.
No, that was Brody.
Okay, well, one of them.
Anyway, so I was like super mortified, and we're in the car, and Caleb's like, "Mom, why are you so fussy? Mom," and I was like, "Dude, shut the fuck up! You saw your dad buy sex toy that we're gonna use tonight." And it worked, by the way.
And it worked pretty good. It helped. It was fun.
Good job, Walmart.
I mean, we didn't necessarily need it, but it was still fun.
It was fun. It was just a whole lot of fuck. So that was Thursday night.
No. We had me, you, and Brody had an epic game of Uno.
Oh, we
did. Where we were laughing. We were all cracking the fuck up.
That was funny because I was like, "That was so much fun. I'm gonna make you draw 2." Well, that was so much fun. I'm gonna make you draw 1. That was fun.
That was funny. It was a lot of fun. We had with the boys, and then. The next morning we drove up, or afternoon, because we couldn't get in till 3:00, so we hung around that town for a couple hours.
And then we went to the casino.
Oh, and then we went to a casino for lunch.
Black Oak.
Yeah, and I won $50. Woohoo! Paid for lunch.
John, the boys played at the arcade.
Yeah.
So that was fun. The pinball machine was broken. Fuck you, Black Oaks Casino. The pinball machine's the only machine I would win on.
And then we went to our cabin.
Then we went to the cabin that had so many stairs.
Lots of stairs.
So many stairs. And those babies were determined, which I get because if it was
our... Grandpa struggle on the stairs.
Yes, they do. But I'm telling you, like, our kids would have been the same fucking way going up and down those fucking stairs,
For sure. But it was good.
It was fun. Well, we got there. My brother didn't get there. We were asleep when my brother and Anna and the babies got there. But... it was cool, and then Saturday we woke up, and John and everyone went and had fun.
You could have. I asked you to go several times.
I don't know. This Christmas was just...
That one was on you.
Okay, whatever. Anyway, so me, my brother, and my mom took the babies sledding for a while. That was actually kind of fun. That was cool because it was me, my mom, and then my brother and the babies. And we went and we put Ben on the sled by himself.
You look like a little
And then
baby
it wasn't a steep hill. So Adam tried it and he was like, "Okay, it's just enough to move.
But lighten that load and see what happens."
So we put baby Ben on it, and he goes, and where it's supposed to stop, he doesn't stop. And there's like a berm that has like a track on it. And I was like, holy fuck, if he hits that, he's gone.
He's going launching.
Like
he's going airborne.
No, he's just going like Clark, like really like down a hill, and we would have found him at Walmart. So I was all, oh my God. And I can't help it. I start laughing, and Adam's running in his skate shoes. Adam doesn't even have snowshoes on. By the way, neither did I, because John took all my snow stuff in the car.
And Adam hates the snow.
And Adam's not a huge fan of the snow, and he catches Ben, and I'm dying. Like, I'm laughing so fucking hard. And then we get back up there, and Ben's like, again. So then Adam would go to the end of the hill, and I'd stay at the top of the hill, and we just kind of passed him back and forth so we didn't lose the baby. And then I made Jameson go down slides with me.
He was fine until he got his hands cold.
And then his hands got in the snow, and he looked at him, and he was all, no. Fuck no.
These things are cold.
And then he like, Grandma, he was like, and he was trying to get to my mom, but he kept sinking. And my mom's like, come on, baby, come on. And he's like, ah. But I made him go down the sled with me quite a lot.
Nice.
And then Ben, somebody had made snowmen. And one out of all the snowmen had branch arms. And Ben was not having that, so he took the branch arms off of that snowman and put them on the other snowman. Well, and then...
He liked the other one better.
So Adam's like, hey, I'm going to get Mom and Jameson to the car, and then I'll come get you and Ben. No. He had Ben, and I had Jameson. So I'm holding Jameson, and Adam's walking my mom and the baby, and I'm holding the other baby, and I was like, okay, and I see this electric pole that has a handicap sign on it. And I was like, oh, you know what? That looks like an easier route. So I'm walking with the baby. And Adam's like, here, just hand me the baby. And he goes to step, and the snow disappears. And Adam's whole leg up to his Adam balls goes into the snow.
Because my balls were cold.
And I'm staring at him, and I'm like, don't laugh. And then I just started laughing, and you could tell he's like, fuck you, Joy, for going this way. Like, why couldn't you be the normal person, go the normal fucking way?
He was blaming you.
And put down the stick. You're not touching that alleged dead person. So then I hand him the baby, and then I go, and I step like maybe 3 inches from his, and I go down in it. And I was like, so my lips were all, the coconut oil didn't care. It was like, and then so we get in the car, and and then I had to sit in between the two babies, and I sat, and I was on their car seats, and I was like, So I went like that, and I was all plunk, and Adam's all, did you just do that? And then both babies are sideways.
They're all heads out the window.
They're like, fuck this chick. I don't like this Aunt Joy.
That's funny.
So
I hit a goose.
You did hit a goose.
With my Frisbee.
With his disc.
On the disc course.
And then we saw a dead goose.
I
told Brody it was Christmas dinner, and Brody was not. Brody is going through something right now. I don't know if he's turning into a teenager, but Brody is not fun at the moment, and it sucks.
Asshole.
So then...
Then me and the boys went snowboarding.
You and the boys and Anna went snowboarding.
Oh, and Anna and our sister-in-law.
Yeah.
So we went snowboarding, which was fun. I had a good time. The boys went down once, and they were normal. They were... Brody took a while to get down the first time. Caleb was spitting blood halfway down, apparently, allegedly.
Alleged. That is Caleb's fucking word.
So
allegedly.
Finally got him to the bottom, and It literally was like a half hour. I went halfway down, had to take my stuff off, walk halfway up the hill to help Brody, went halfway back down, helped Caleb, walked halfway back up the hill again before I ever even got down once. And then finally I was like, you know what? You guys need lessons.
Yeah, we should have got them lessons.
And then I do regret not getting them lessons for that part of it, because I could have just turned them free and I could have went off for a couple hours, came back, got them, and then we would have just been cruising along. It would have been great. But we live, we learn. We made that mistake, and next time we go, we'll try it again. And hopefully you'll go with us next time.
Maybe. I just wanted to fucking walk. And then, so they get, oh, by the way, while you're gone, my brother, my dad, my mom, and the babies all took a nap. And I was like, oh my God, what the fuck do I do? Like, that's not who I should have. I almost was like, fuck it, I'm going to go downstairs and work out. Like, so then you get home and you could tell that I was just
done.
And then so you're like, I'm going to take Joy for a walk. That is your exact words. I'm going to take Joy for a walk.
And then we ended up having to go for a drive, but it wasn't on. We had to go into fucking half an hour into town to get the rest of dinner.
We went to Sonora, and
because that was your dad and Adam's only fucking job.
But they did go. My dad and Adam did go.
They didn't go enough.
They went to a market. They didn't have anything and came back. And I think it
was like, we're done. That was a good effort. Let's go.
I think they would have been fine, but then Anna was like, we need sour cream. Like, we can't have dinner without sour cream. You cannot
have
You can't have your meat if you don't eat you can't have your pudding if you don't eat your meat, sort of thing. So
copy.
We were walking, which was fine because then we walked through Save Mart, but then you could tell like they were closing and they hated us.
Right.
They were all staring.
Christmas Eve. They're all like, get the fuck out.
It was late Christmas Eve, too. And that guy's all, meat department's closed. And we're like, okay, cool.
Yeah, I wasn't even paying attention.
Oh, it was the checkout guy. He was all, the meat department's closed. It's Christmas Eve. And I was like, I know. And then we went home and we had these fantastic.
Actually, it was really good. Your brother did a good job.
The steaks were ginormous. We did not need that much meat.
No.
But it was good. Dinner was fantastic, actually.
Yep.
And then the boys got their baths, not my boys, the babies. And then we opened Christmas presents Christmas Eve, which everybody was tired. It was just a Simpson Christmas.
Yeah, and then it was pack up first thing in the morning on Christmas Day.
We packed up most of our stuff on Christmas Eve. Then Christmas morning, we had breakfast and then packed up. And then poor Anna lost her keys. Fuck, I would have lost my mind if that was her.
They were in their backpack thing right there. They had just dropped in there probably on accident. And man, I felt for her too, because you know what, I was like, when's he gonna lose it? I know Adam, I know your brother. I was like, when's he gonna lose it? Because I was like, I'd be getting pretty close right now.
Yeah, I would have been freaking out. I would have been fucking done with life.
But we did. It only cost us an extra like 20 minutes of finding them. We found them, and everybody was on their way.
Yeah, and then we were all fucking peace out, Simpsons.
Yeah, right. And holy shit, like there was a lot of cars on the road.
Where were you all at why were you all driving on Christmas? Right? Fucking go home.
And then not only were they driving on Christmas, everybody was driving at like 90.
Oh, should we talk about this?
Why? Because I was doing the flow of traffic.
John found a friend. No, but see, there's the thing. When you do the flow of traffic, you're supposed to stay with one group. Not decide you're done with this group and
you not flow through that traffic into
to flow to another traffic.
Yes, you are. That's how you do. You flow the traffic. You go with the flow of traffic.
Uh-huh.
You flow right through that one, and then you flow to the next one.
We made it home.
And I had a buddy.
Way too fucking early. We made it home at
a 5-hour and 25-minute drive. We got home in 4 hours.
Yeah, it was. Also, here's another thing. John promised me Dutch Brothers before we came home.
And Sonic.
Well,
how was I to know Sonic was going to be closed on Christmas?
I wouldn't have had McDonald's on Wednesday night. I would have made you drive off of Ming Avenue in fucking Bakersfield to get me Sonic.
I didn't think
so. I haven't had Sonic yet.
Who knew?
Who knew? Who knew?
Man.
Anyway, so John finds this buddy, and they fucking drive together, and they're flashing each other, their lights, and their titties, and their dicks, and I was like, oh my God.
We were buddied up.
And they were all, they'd get super excited when they'd get back together. I was like, oh, okay.
I know, because he'd try to get all the way, and I'd just be cruising at one speed, and then all of a sudden he'd get himself all caught up, and I'd be gone. And then all of a sudden I'd see him come racing back, and he'd pass me, and like, And then I'd be all, okay.
How many times did I say, you don't have to keep up with him. We don't have to stay with him. While the accelerator's all...
No, and I had the cruise control set.
So full of shit.
The cruise control was set for most of that trip.
No, because I looked. You act like I don't look. You act like I'm oblivious. I know. I'm like, how many times did I also tell you, we don't need to be going this fast?
And I said, we're going the flow of traffic. Everybody's going 88 miles an hour. They're getting ready to launch into a new zip code.
Anyway.
And I was doing 92. And then I'd be like, look at this guy passing me right now. Jeez, he must be hauling ass. And I'm doing 92.
While you're hauling ass. So then
awesome.
we get into
beep, beep.
our area. And Brody...
I lost my buddy when I pulled the sweet move on the grapevine.
Yes, you did.
That was it. I fucking schooled everybody. Good day.
Good job. So then we get to Castaic, and Brody's like, Mom, it's like 2:00. We have the whole day. And I go, oh, yeah? I'm like, what should we do? And he's like, we should go to Aunt Shell's. And I go, okay. And he's like, really? And I was like, dude, we've been planning to do this. So we cousin Eddie'd John's family's Christmas.
Right. Which, I mean, we used to always go to those Christmas last couple years. We've been up there. So
yeah.
it was a surprise crashing. They had none of them had any idea we were coming either.
We fucking just knocked on the door, and they were like, man, we would have...
I didn't even knock.
No, you said housekeeping. Michelle's all, I swear I heard John's voice, and then I look over, and there's Brody, and I was like, hi! We're fucking here.
Fucking surprise, bitches.
Surprise. And
surprise, bitches.
And the big kids cooked dinner this year, which was freaking really good.
Yeah,
Those
they did
ribs
a good job.
And the brisket.
Yep.
And the potatoes, Haley, the potatoes were so fucking good, Haley.
They did a great job.
So that was fun. And then we did the ball game. And fucking Michelle's in-laws had me fucking crying.
Yeah, they were
Holy
funny. They were on
shit.
one.
So when they get the ball, one person's rolling, and as soon as you get you get doubles, you take the mittens and the hat, and then you get a chance at the ball. Well,
it's a cellophane wrapped ball full of prizes.
And it's fucking cellophane masking tape.
It's a hot mess.
But my sister-in-law's father-in-law kept growling, and I was like, oh my God, I fucking love this guy. And then it was actually really cute because it was his wife and then him. And so he rolls doubles and he hands it over to Brandy and he goes, put that hat on me, baby. And I mean, me and Selena were all, oh, that was kind of cute. Like they still love each other.
Yeah, I know, maybe.
Well, I don't know what love is. I want to know
what love is. I want you to show me.
What's that guy going to show her?
I don't know, because I don't...
Show me. I want to know what love is. Show me.
I don't know what it is either.
You can just get in a dictionary. Stop
what?
Farting.
Nobody heard that. They can't even hear me when
everybody watched you sit up straight, too. You don't have good posture unless you're farting. You are slouchy McSloucherson until you fart, and then you're all perfect posture.
Because it powers the posture.
Posture poop?
Posture power.
Okay. Can't go a whole episode without talking about farts now, can we?
Sex, farts, peepees.
Rock and roll. So, I don't know. So that was our Christmas, and it was fun, and it was exhausting, and then...
And we ended up home at 10 o'clock that night.
Fuck.
So that was a long day.
So, the only notes I have is... So when we were driving up, we drove past Madera Community Hospital, which is where me and my brother were born. And I was like, look, guys, that's a hospital me and Uncle Adam were born in. And Caleb's like, loser, you were born. And Brody's like, yeah, they had to cut us out because we're lazy.
No, I said that. I told them they had to be cut out because they were fucking lazy.
And it was funny. And then Brody, we were talking, John likes to get ideas in his head. Like we're in that little hotel and he's decided we need to have our own hotel.
Oh, yeah.
And then we were driving by a town that was for sale.
I'm a dreamer.
And John's like, we should buy a town. And Brody goes,
fuck yes.
If I owned a town, my town would be called Dick and Balls. And I go, what? And he goes, yeah, I live in blah, blah, blah lane in Dick and Balls, California.
Turn left on Scroat Ave. Right on Testicles. Yep. 2332 Testicle Lane, Dick and Balls, United States, California.
Which is funny because if he would have named it vagina, nobody would be able to find it, especially the clit and the G-spot. Men would be driving right by it. Zoom, zoom, zoom.
Whatever. We got ours.
And then last but not least, actually, my parents behaved this Christmas, and it was actually pretty cool. The only one was at noon on Christmas Eve, John and everybody's gone, and Adam brought beer. I only brought little tiny alcohol bottles that were in my stocking. So Adam at noon, he's like, you know what? I'm going to have a beer. And my mom goes, cheers, baby boy. And I go, you know what, Adam? I'm going to have a drink with you. Let me go break into my stocking because that's the only alcohol I brought. And my mom goes, really, sissy? You're going to get in your stocking now? And I was all...
within a couple of minutes of what she just said to Adam?
And Adam starts cracking up and he's like, damn, Mom, you just cheersed me and then fucking took Joy down. No, I didn't mean it that way. It was just...
Who's your favorite without saying who's your favorite? We should talk about that too.
That went viral.
So we had so my mom, who we're all, my mom and Joy are close.
Yes, I love my in-laws.
There wasn't a rip. I don't know why my mom did it the way she did it, but she bought ornaments for everybody in our family. She sent them to us, and they were all personalized with names. Each one of us, me, the three boys. And Joy's doesn't say Joy on it. It says just someone special. So Joy and I were laughing about it, and I go, oh, my God, that looks like one of those where, tell me you're the daughter-in-law without telling me you're the daughter-in-laws. And Joy goes, holy shit, that's great. And she posts it, and it blew the fuck up.
It is at 41.5 thousand views, and it has... 1,515 likes and 50 comments and 5 favorites.
So, quite funny.
Oops.
Tell me you're the daughter-in-law without telling me you're the daughter-in-law, which was super funny.
So then I showed your mom and I told your... And okay, by the way, in the hashtags, I wrote, this is just a joke.
Right.
I love my in-laws. My in-laws love me. Which also, though, the fucking comments were... sadly hilarious.
Some of them, right?
Some of them, oh my God. Some of them, one lady wrote, I don't even get anything, and it's also my birthday. They choose not to include me in most of the activities. I got the bottom half of a Victoria's Secret PJ set for Christmas once. Mother-in-law kept the top.
She's like, I don't want the bottom, so I'll give them to her.
I get dollar store bath sets and my tub doesn't even go up to my knees. The sentiment of no gift is better than the effort of wrapping. Hey, I got pink Jesus shoelaces. I've got one gift. The dog has 20. I got a tiny flashlight one year in the evening after they realized they didn't get me anything as everyone else opened gifts.
Oh, shit. That one's fucked up.
Yeah. Oh, and then it's just...
That's pretty good, man. That's pretty good.
My mother-in-law got us ornaments with our names. Mine said Marie. My name is Maria.
They're like, it's close enough.
Got a gift card, but when I checked the balance, it was already used, and they didn't believe me.
Wow. Well, they knew. They knew. They were just like, oh, yeah, you're talking about.
So, I mean, it was just... Damn. So then I showed your mom and I was like, None, please don't get mad at this. I go, I need to show you because I went viral. I'm all, and it's a joke. And I hope she realized. And she's like, but they didn't have one with your name on it. And I go, I know. Normally they don't have a lot of things with Joy on it. So,
especially around Christmas.
So then she sends me this fucking thing on Facebook, and I
saw that.
I think it means that I'm forgiven.
Yeah, I saw that.
Because it was an ornament, and it said, sorry, they didn't have your name. And I was like, okay, I think I'm forgiven.
Which was really funny.
It was hilarious. And then it was cool seeing your parents and
the family.
Our niece is about to fucking pop. And yeah, I got to talk to your dad for a while, which was really cool. So it was a long... non-relaxing Christmas.
It wasn't like it wasn't horrible. It wasn't like out of this world. Holy shit, you know what I mean? But
I think it was just too busy.
That's what I felt like. We were on the go. I mean, that was we got up. I got up at 5:30, started cooking breakfast because otherwise we would have never got out of there earlier.
I was up with you.
Right, and then we drove 4 hours home, and then was hanging out, until 10 o'clock that night.
Yeah, it was just go, 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 go.
Right.
So it was a cool Christmas. Like, I love the fact that we got both families in, but it was a lot of Christmas. It was a lot. So.
And we were tired because of the snowboarding.
Right, and me sitting on the couch.
You could have went.
But I did get to hang out with my parents, and that was cool.
I'm sure.
But, I canceled all my patients on Saturday, New Year's Eve. I was like, fuck it. I'm not. And Dr. Hong Kong's like, do not work on Christmas or New Year's Eve. And I go, you know what? I'm not. So then I canceled them, and Maria came in, and she's like, I'm so glad you canceled them, because Maria's birthday is New Year's Eve. And she's like, nobody should work on my birthday. So that was cool. And then Maria will be there on Thursday, which is cool because I get to hang out with her on Thursday.
Awesome.
So that's Christmas, guys.
Yeah, that's a wrap.
That's an unwrap.
And we'll talk about it.
Okay. That made me feel bad.
That was a long range one.
Oh, my God. Really? I did more than you. I went further. I don't know why I said further weird. That was a weird further. Further. That's a weird word. Stop looking at me like that.
Are you done?
Good night.
Good day.
Lick clit surprise.
Thanks for checking us out. Last show of
the
year.
I check you out with your balls. I see your balls right now.
You cannot.
I know where your balls are. Your balls. Don't fart, John.
I postured up again.
Is that posturing now? All right. Good night.
Good day. Thanks for listening. Check us out. Last show of the year. We'll start with a new one. Have a freshie next year. No shit. I know, but I was just saying. Good day.